What's up, roulette fools? Welcome to AOB University. We're teaching you all sorts of stuff on this channel. That's the goal of it. If there's something you want to learn, put it in the comments, get in our Discord. We'll try to do. One of the most requested information on our Discord service in the comment sections on our videos. How do I fund my accounts with crypto? How do I get the crypto? How do I transfer it? How do I bring it back? All that kind of stuff. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to walk you end to end, every single step, except for at the very end, putting it back into the bank account. But I'll show you how to do that, but I'm not going to do it. But I'll be taking it out, sending it all the way there, withdrawing it, leaving no stone unturned. I hate it when there's incomplete information. So I want to do my best to give you everything you need to make this happen. All right, let's get started. Okay, funding your accounts with cryptocurrency. Okay, number one, we're going to get going. And I happen to use a crypto brokerage called Coinbase. You can use anything you want. There's Coinbase, there is crypto.com, there's Robinhood, there's a number of them. You can choose it. I find that Coinbase is the easiest to use. All right, there's a link right there. I'll put it down in the description for our Discord. Jump into our Discord, get this. You sign up for Coinbase using this link, $30 yours. Okay, so let's get underway. Let's take a look. All right, we're going to make a couple of assumptions here. One, your money is currently in just a standard bank account, a checking or a savings. Okay, it's already there. You already have that all set up. We don't have to walk you through that piece. Number two, you've already signed up or registered for a crypto brokerage such as Coinbase, Robinhood, etc. Hopefully using that link so you get $30 free in Bitcoin. And three, you already have a casino account. So hopefully you have all these things. I'm not going to go into details, but you can go to coinbase.com or robinhood.com and it's pretty easy to do the registration. Okay, so that's the assumptions we're starting with. Okay, so here are the steps. It's as simple as this. I know I'm going to move kind of fast, but if you need to repeat it, just rewind it, pause it, do whatever you want. And then if you have further questions, jump in our Discord channel. We have a sub channel called Crypto, all things crypto. You have questions, we can help you out right there, no problem. So step one, you got your money in the bank. Step two, we're going to pull that money into Coinbase and buy crypto with it, okay? Step three, we're going to go to an exchange center, okay? Kind of an exchange brokerage, and I'm going to tell you why in just a second. And four, your final destination is the casino. Okay, so that's the steps right there that we're going to take. And then when we're ready to bring our money back, we're literally just reversing the exact same process. It might take you a couple of times to get comfortable with it, but it's very, very easy once you get used to it. All right, so let's actually get into it, starting with Coinbase. How do we put money and buy crypto? And then we're going to go every step of the way. I'm going to transfer real money, show you how to do it. Let's go. Okay, here we are. We are actually in my Coinbase account right here. And this is the home page. When you create your account and you first log in, this is what you're going to see. Now, a couple caveats on this. One, I belong to Coinbase One. That's basically it's a membership you can buy for $30 a month that when you purchase crypto, you get the first 10,000 crypto shares or something free. It's worth it if you're buying Bitcoin and Litecoin and etc. What I'm going to tell you here is if you're doing this strictly to fund your casino accounts, do not buy Bitcoin, do not buy Litecoin, don't buy any of those cryptos. For one thing, they're pretty expensive to purchase, okay? Number two, they're volatile with the market, right? That's like a stock. They go up and down. So if you put that into your casino account, your balance is going to go like this, right? I don't like that. But you may, but I don't. So I'm going to tell you, here's what you do to buy crypto 100% free, okay? So you see here, we're on the right here, it says buy, sell, convert, okay? We're going to buy. And you can see pay with my checking account is right here on the right. And I have a limit of $20,000 today because I already transferred out $80,000. I have been with this account quite a while, transferring large sums. So for me, once you get established with Coinbase for a little while, they're going to start upping the amount that you can transfer in there per day and immediately have access to. So I'm just warning you right now, if you're brand new to this, when you first transfer money to Coinbase, they may put a hold on it for 5 to 7 business days, usually about 5 business days. Okay. That's normal. So plan ahead. Once you do a couple transactions, they start getting comfortable with you. You'll start having instant access. When you buy it, it'll literally be ready for you. Even before the money gets to your account, they'll allow you to buy and actually send that money out. So I have here pay with, and I have my $20,000 limit here. And yes, I'm going to pull it out of my checking account. So you've already linked your checking account to your Coinbase. That's just go into your settings here and it'll say, how do you want to fund your account? And you're going to link your bank account. The next thing below it, it says buy, right down here, buy. We don't want to buy Bitcoin. That's going to be expensive. We're going to come down here and I highly recommend you buy USDC. Okay. Now USDC and USDT, pretty much the same thing. They're literally a currency that's based on the US dollar. So they don't fluctuate, okay? It's literally based, 1 USDC is equal to 1 US dollar, okay? So it's super simple. Best thing is, it's absolutely free to upload money and buy USDC on Coinbase, 100% free. When I first started this and I didn't know about this, I was buying Bitcoin. It was costing me for like $100,000 worth of Bitcoin. It would cost me like $1,800 to $2,500 per shot, sometimes even more. So I find this, and then you get it up into your casino account. If you're on one of the casino accounts that is not a social casino like Stake, it turns it into Stake Cash, so it doesn't become, there's no movement. But if you go to any other casinos like Shuffle and stuff, that will, whatever you deposit it in, it's going to stay in that currency. So as that goes up and down, now, if you think Bitcoin is going to do this big run and you want to use it for gambling, maybe it's worth it to you to buy it in Bitcoin, send it to the casino, keep it in Bitcoin. You think it's going to go up. It's your choice. But you're going to go buy USDC. I'm paying it with my checking. I'm going to put the amount up here for the sake of this. I'm going to do $1,000 and we're going to see. So we're going to review the order. And here it goes. We don't want to invest weekly. They can set up an automatic. So it's going to tell us we're going to buy $1,000 of USDC. We're going to receive 1,000 USDC because I told you it's the exact same as $1 with USDC. And we're going to come down here. It tells us our total $1,000 and we're simply going to buy it now. Boom, done. Now on mine, I'm going to do this in real time. I'm not even going to speed this up for you. I'm going to let it sit here for a second because with mine, it's going to literally be almost instantaneous here. We're going to watch the balance up here. You might have to click through here to refresh the page. Look, my assets have already increased already. It's instant, but you don't get that until you've been with them and you've purchased and uploaded and downloaded a certain amount of money. So don't be surprised. Again, if this takes you a little while, if you don't see it, don't panic. Just give it some time. It'll end up here. And then once it's there, you can go ahead and buy the USDC once it's there, but they might put a hold on those funds and not allow you to send it out probably for 5 business days. All right. So now that I have 1,055 in USDC, my next step is I want to transfer that out and I'm going to transfer it out to an exchange. I am not going to send the money directly from here to my crypto wallet at the casino. Why? Because it's against the terms and services of most of these brokerages for you to send crypto to a casino. So you can get away with it, but if they catch you and they flag your account, they will ban you from using their services any longer. You don't want to do that. So it's simple, it's easy. What we're going to do is we're going to go to another site. And there's several out there. I use xt.com. Okay. There's a link in our Discord. If you take that link as well, you get more freebies just for using that link. Okay. So you're going to go to xt.com and I'm going to show you what that looks like right now. Okay. Here we are at xt.com. Now, like I said, this is just one of them. There are several exchanges. Here's the advantage of this exchange that's different from some of the other exchanges like Uniswap and whatnot. In Uniswap, for example, if you want to buy and trade, it's going to cost you a small fee. They don't take that small fee out of your balance. They require you to have another crypto in there, usually Ethereum, to pay for what they call the gas fees. So you have to have a second cryptocurrency in there to pay for the fees. XT doesn't do that. If you have $1,000 in here and there's a fee, they're just going to deduct it from your $1,000. So you don't have to worry about maintaining a separate crypto balance in here just to pay for fees. That alone, to me, makes using XT worth the price of admission versus Uniswap or some of these others that do require you to have a second currency just to pay for the trading fees, okay? So we're gonna come into xt.com, you're gonna set up an account, use the link that in our Discord, you'll see our Discord channel down below, get into Discord, use our link for there, you'll get from free crypto just for signing up under that link, okay? So you come in here and what we're gonna do is we're gonna transfer from Coinbase to here. This is simply a holding, think of this as simply a holding place. It's an account, but it's a holding place where you can buy and sell and literally just swap coins. If you had Bitcoin, you could swap it over into another coin back and forth. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to bring our USDC here, except we don't have to swap it. We're literally only bringing it here because this is not against Coinbase terms and services about sending to another crypto exchange. XT.com has no rule against sending it to a casino. So we're going to send it to here. Once it lands here, we're simply going to turn around and send it to our casino, our final destination. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So right now we have our USDC crypto sitting in Coinbase. How do we get it here? Okay, so we're going to come up here and you can see deposit. You see this big deposit button? We're going to hit deposit. And now I need you to really pay attention because these steps are extremely important. If you don't follow these 100%, you may lose your entire money, all your crypto, when you exchange it, okay? You're gonna choose your token here, right here, okay? Now, so they have some of the popular ones right up there. We're gonna go down here and we're gonna scroll down and we see USDC, okay? Now, if you choose to buy Bitcoin or you choose to buy USDT, that's okay. The steps are exactly the same, except you will need to choose that particular coin in here, that particular token, okay? So just make sure your tokens match. Now, that's step one. The step two is the network. Think of this as the transportation protocol, right? So the first one is, what is the thing you want to ship? The second thing is, do you want to go by DHL? Do you want to go by FedEx? Do you want to go by UPS, okay? I use Poly, so I'm going to drop it down and I'm going to choose Polygon, okay? So think of that as your UPS, your USPS, etc. Some of them charge a fees. Polygon is free or it's maybe $1 at the most. It's very, very cheap. Okay, now we've decided here is our crypto, the same token, the same coin that we have sitting in Coinbase, and we've chosen our network, our transport protocol, UPS, US, whatever. You're going to choose Polygon. And now here it gives you the deposit address. This is literally going, I have this package. I'm going to ship it via USPS. Where do I send it to? What's the home address? That's what this is, okay? This is the home address of where you're going to land into your account. So we're going to copy that here. You got this little copy icon. You're going to copied successfully, okay? Once you have that copied and you're going to leave this screen up, you're going to go to your other tab where Coinbase is. Again, follow me really carefully on this next step. You're going to come down here where it says send crypto. And you're going to go send crypto because we're sending it to XT. You're at your home address there. And up here, you see the email address, invoice, or ENS. We're doing the address. I'm going to simply paste it. There's that big lengthy thing, right? So we're going to paste it. And that's where it's going to send. Now it's going to say, now that I know what we want, where we're sending it to, what do you want to send? And here's your balances in each one of these things, right? So we have $1,000 in USDC. It tells you right here, here's how much money you have on these coins. Here's how much you have, right? 216, 10, 29. This one has $1,000. We're going to select it. Boom. Now it says, do you want to use UPS? Do you want to use FedEx? Do you want to use USPS? And we're going to choose Polygon. So we're going to scroll down here. There is Polygon and it's free, 100% free. So we're going to choose Polygon and it's going to warn you. Are you sure that the place you're sending it to supports delivery by Polygon? And our answer is yes, because we come back here and we go USDC Polygon. All right, we're going to go back, and I don't uncheck this. This is always a reminder because I check 3 times the address and the transport protocol. So I'm going to go, yes, it is supported. And it's going to say, how much do you want? You put in amount you want. I just go max. Okay. And then it brings up this send 1,000 in USD, send to this area on Polygon. And it's going to roughly take 5 minutes, they say. Now, don't hit send just yet. I check 3 times. So I look at this address, and this shows you the first part of the address, and this shows you the last part of the address. So I know the first part of the home address that I'm sending over at XT is 0x0, and it ends in 026. I'm going to come over here, okay? And I'm going to look at this address, 060026. The addresses match. Please, for the love of all that's holy, take the time to check a few times, because the one thing about crypto when you send it is once it's gone, it's gone. So if you send it to the wrong place using the wrong address, it's gone. If you get scammed out of it and somebody asked you to send them crypto and you think you're doing something, they give you the crypto address and you send it to it and it turns out they scammed you, it's gone. No tracing, no getting it back. So please, right? Measure twice, cut once. In this case, measure 3 times, cut once. So this is the second time, because the first time I made sure that it was on the Polygon network. I come in, I verify the address. Okay, 060026. I come back here, I go back and go, okay, let's take a look at it. 0x0026. Perfect. I've already checked that it's on the Polygon network. I've checked that's there. And for me, for one last thing, I literally go USDC Polygon, and I look at this and I go one last time, USDC Polygon. Here's the address I'm depositing. It takes you literally, when you get used to this, it literally takes you 15 seconds. It's worth the 15 seconds. All right, once we go here, we're literally going to just go send now. Now, the final step is you have to have enabled 2-factor authentication in some form. So get yourself a free authenticator app, whether you use the Google, the Microsoft. There's several apps out there. I'm not going to get into it, but when you get in here, you'll see it's very easy to set up the 2-factor authentication. If you have trouble, get in our Discord, get in the crypto channel. We'll be happy to people will walk you through that step by step. So I have to get on my phone now and I have to open up my authenticator app. Okay. And once I get in my authenticator app, I have a bunch of accounts. I'm going to go to Coinbase, and it looks like this. If you can see that, it looks like it gives me a 6-digit number down here, right? So you can see this little 6-digit number down there, and there's a timer on it. If you don't enter in that code in time, it's going to expire and give me another code. It just changed codes. All right, so now I'm going to enter in that code, that 6-digit code. There it is. And once they check that that code matches in their system what you have on your authenticator app, then you sit back and you wait here for a second. Boom. You sent $1,000 USDC. You could go check the details. I say done. Your bounce will still show here for a little bit. Now, sit back. Now, initially, it may take you longer. It may take you shorter. Some of these times, I've had some of these, depending on how loaded the system is, right? People are sending this stuff all over the place. I've had it take a couple hours on rare occasions. Most of the time, it's there between 5 and 20 minutes. So don't panic. Now you're going to come over here to your xt.com or whatever exchange you choose to use. You're going to come over here to xt.com, and I'm going to come to the top up here where it says funds. Those are your funds. And I'm going to go to spot. See, it says deposits and withdrawals. We're going to go to spot. And this is going to tell me basically what I have in my account. Now, as I'm looking through here, I got USDC, and it tells me I have 80,709 available in that. In USDT, I have 7,796. And then I have just pennies and stuff down in these other currencies. Okay. So now we're going to sit back and we're going to wait until we know that this arrived. Okay. So we have a total of 89,447. Hopefully, you know what your balances is, but we're going to sit back and wait. And I'm going to put you guys on pause, and I will tell you exactly how long it took for it to get here, and then we'll resume from there. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Our transfer has now arrived. Our package has arrived at our address. took 16 minutes to get here completely. That's right in the middle of where it normally takes. Like I said, it's as quick as 5. Usually it's somewhere between 5 and 30. And sometimes it takes a couple hours if there's a lot of traffic during rush hour. Okay, so we had 89 some. You can see we now have $1,000 more up there. Okay, so now as we look down in here under our funds spot account, right? Let's go there again just to refresh it. You see your assets right here in the list, and we see, oh, we have USDC. We have 81,709 worth of USDC. Now, over here, you'll see this frozen, and you'll see I have $0 frozen. If for whatever reason you do large transfers and stuff, when I've done very large transfers, sometimes it'll lock it up. If, and we'll get to this, when we do our transfer from here to our casino, if you get an error saying, hey, there's a T1 error, your funds are on hold, do not freak out. It just means XT has received your funds, and now they're doing the due diligence of going and checking and verifying that those are your funds and that it went from here to here and everything's on the bubble. Just give it some time. That's what I'm telling you. If you want to get this to your casino account, think ahead. Don't do it 20 minutes before you need it. Think ahead so you're not stressed out about it. Do the transfer. Come back a couple hours later. That's the easiest way. Now, I'm going to add one extra thing to this lesson. We're not going to simply transfer this money out to our casino. What do you do if you have currency, Bitcoin, USDC, XRP, Litecoin, LTC, and you want USDC? Okay. And as I told you, this is one of the only exchanges that will take shuffle coin, right? So if you're at a casino that has their own crypto coin like Shuffle, and there's a couple others, what do you do with that? What do you do with that outside the casino? They kind of stick you with it. Luckily, XT will actually accept Shuffle coin and let you swap it for a different currency. I'm going to show you that here. I already did that with some Shuffle coin, so I don't have any Shuffle coin, but the process is exactly the same. You can see down here, I have USDT, right? I have $7,796 in USDT. Now, USDT and USDC, for the most part, they're exactly the same. They're based on the US dollar. They really don't fluctuate, but I don't want two different cryptos. I want it all in USDC, okay? So I'm going to convert this USDT into USDC. And you can do that with any of these. You can convert, like I said, Shuffle to USDC. Now, some of them won't let you transfer directly to one of these coins. Shuffle is one of those coins. You can't convert Shuffle directly to USDC. I don't know why. You have to transfer Shuffle to USDC, DT, and then DT to DC. Okay. So what you do here is we got the USDT, and again, slow down and make sure you're doing this right. We want DT to USDC. We're going to go over here to trade because we're going to trade it, and we're going to go spot trade. Don't ask me how they come up with these names, but it's spot trade. And you can see up here, it says Bitcoin and USDC. That means on this trade, it means you want to flip these, and it doesn't have to be in that order. It just says these are the two cryptos you're looking at in one way or another. So we're going to go down here and we're going to type USDC. Let's go back to USDC and actually just hit, oh, there. Now it comes up first one, USDC, USDT. All right, we're going to click it. I probably passed it or did something stupid. Okay, now that we clicked it, we got USDC, USDT. Don't worry about the order that it looks there. What's important is over here, you see where it says buy and sell? We're going to look to swap it. Now we want to go USDT to USDC. We want it all in USDC. So when I look down here, this is the important one you look, buy USDC. That's what we want. If it said buy USDT, we don't want that. We don't want to buy USDT. So make sure whatever coin you want to transfer it to, that it says buy that coin. Okay, so now we want to buy that coin. It says the price, the amount. We're going to go for the amount. We're just going to click this all button that's way over here. All. There. It just fills it all in. This is the total amount of USDT I have, right? And it says it's going to convert it to 7,799 USDC. Perfect. Now we look down here, estimated fee, $11.70 basically, okay? Cost of doing business. All right. Now, most of the time, a lot of these coins don't cost that much. But when you transfer them like this, you're going to have to pay anywhere between, depends on the amount you're transferring. For obviously for 7,000, it's charging us 11 bucks. I can live with that. Now that we have that, again, measure 3 times, cut once. I go through here again. Okay. Price, amount. I have it selected on all. If you don't want all, if you want to do a percentage of it, you can see that slider. You can do it. I'm doing all. Total. Yep, these line up. Max buy, fee, no problem. And I'm buying USDC. Click. Confirm it. I look through here and go, yep, that's exactly what it is. And confirm. Done. Instant. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go back over here to funds. And we're going to go to spot funds again. And that's going to show us our assets. And as we look down here, it might take a second. You're going to let it refresh again, right? So you're going to give it a hot second. And sometimes I just go here to overview, and then I come back here to spot just to kind of, or you can just hit the refresh button on your thing. So you can see it hasn't done it yet. It's getting there, but it's frozen. See, 7,795. It's frozen right now because it's in the process of being traded to your USDC. So they freeze it because what they don't want you doing is they don't want you converting that. But before the system has a chance to really know that it's being converted, you take and try to transfer that USDT out of your account. So now you have your USDT plus it converted over there. They just want to avoid that. So it's going to sit there for frozen for a bit. This usually when you're converting it within XT itself, it's usually pretty fast. Last time, like I said, it took us 16 minutes to transfer it from Coinbase here. Okay, I'm going to put you on pause. It is 2:58 p.m. I'm going to put you on pause and let's see how long it takes. It should only take a few minutes. I'll be right back. Okay, Roulette Fools, we're back. I was wondering why it was taking so long. I'm a knucklehead. Let me show you one thing that I skipped over. All right, we can still have our USDT funds here, $7,400 roughly, right? Remember, we're going to go to trade, spot. We're going to drop this down up here. USDC, I already have it in my search history. There we go. We're going to make sure it says buy USDC, whatever you want to turn it into. We're going to go there. We're still going to hit all, but instead of a limit order, which means it has to hit the exact price that you're setting, we're going to go market, which means when we place the order, whatever the price is at that time, it's going to sell it. And especially with USDC and USDT where they're stable because they're based on the US dollar, it doesn't matter on the market. It was taking forever. And I was wondering what's going on. If you hit it market, this should be instant when we're just trading between USDC and USDT. Okay, so we review it, market, USDT. We're going to go all. We're going to go buy USDC. The fee is estimated at $11.21. I look it over a couple times. I'm just making sure that everything's the way I want it. Buy USDC. We hit go. We're going to confirm, succeed. This should be pretty instant. All right, we're going to go to spot account again. And boom, you can see all of it now is, we don't have any more USDT down here. It's all up in here under USDC. You can see that we have a total of 9460. There's some other funds in here bumping around, but here's some Bitcoin. We have $1,000 in Bitcoin right here. So let's convert that Bitcoin next. We're going to go to trade spot. And we're going to drop this down and we're going to go BTC. And we're hoping there's a BTC to USDC right here. BTC to USDC. There we go. Again, we're going to look down here. Now see where it says buy BTC. We don't want to buy BTC. We want to convert it to USDC. So all you do is reverse this, buy and sell. Instead, we're going to sell it. Now it says sell the BTC, total USDC. There we are. And we're going to again put it on market because we don't want to wait. I don't want to wait. If you have a specific price, you're welcome to put it as a limit order and wait for that price to get there. Okay. We're going to hold on to that. It tells us down here, our fee rate down here, there's a percentage. I don't really care what it is because I want to get rid of it. Although BTC, Bitcoin is on the rise, it would probably be best to hold on to it, but I don't mind. So we're going to sell the BTC here. Oh, it sells the amount. We're going to click all. There it is. Fee, $1.51. Okay, sell BTC. Here we go. Sell BTC and convert it. Estimated fee, 1 USDC. Confirm. Succeeded. Let's go back to our funds, our spot order up here again. There we go. So now we have our USDC here is 9,500. You can look down here. We have very little of these items. You can see your total amount of value in US dollars is over here. We have very little. It's all in USDC. All right. Now that we went from Coinbase, we went to XT. Now, if you're not doing any conversion, I just threw that in there in case you want to do shuffle or you have another coin that you want to convert to USD, okay? I just wanted you to show that. Go back and replay that. It's super easy. You go trade, and then you pick the one that has the 2 coins that you want to go from and to, and you trade it. Okay, now that we want to send this, again, we're going to replicate what we did at Coinbase to XT, except we're going to go XT to Coinbase. So we're going to go XT to our casino. So let's head over to our casino right now and set that up, okay? Okay, here we are. So we're at our casino here, right here. You can see that I'm going to go to our wallet, okay, up here. And you can see our coin is USDC if we were to deposit. We want to deposit, okay, because we're bringing money in. Our network, remember, that's UPS or FedEx. What are we doing it in? Poly, right? So here's Polygon. We check this, USDC, Polygon, it's a deposit. Here is our address, our mailing address to our casino. I'm going to copy it. Then I'm going to go back to here, back to XT where our money is. And I'm going to go withdraw right here. Okay. Now we withdraw. Now, same thing, our token. What are we sending? We're not sending USDT, we're sending USDC. And if you drop it down, you will see the dollar amounts that you have in those coins. We're choosing USDC. What address do you want to send it? We copy and paste we paste what we sent there. And what is the network? Get this right. We're going to choose Polygon right here. And you can see the fee is $1 or whatever. It's only a $1 fee to send it. Okay, we're talking little amounts. Okay, now it says the quantity. I'm doing all of it. So there's the total amount. So I'm going to review it. USDC. I'm sending it via Polygon. Here's the address. It starts with 0x2 and ends in 521. So that when I come over here, I can look at this. They won't show it to me because it's hidden. I don't know why they won't, but we copied and pasted it. You just want to make sure that these are okay up here. USDC and Polygon. And we're going to come back here. And once we're ready and we've reviewed it, I like it. USDC, Polygon, the total quantity. We're withdrawing it. Let's hit it. We're going to confirm this. Now XT goes through what I have done is normally this will take you through 2 checkpoints before it'll let you send. It'll send you an email code that you got to successfully put in here. And then it's going to ask you for your 2-factor authenticator app, right, on your phone. I like that. You can do what's called whitelisting an address. So because I send this money over there to Shuffle quite a bit and to stake, I have listed those 2 addresses for sending USDC Polygon. I've already flagged it. I've added it to my address book and say whitelist it, which means they no longer check. Okay, so here it is. We're going to confirm. Boom, it's done. Now this can take a little bit of time. So we're going to come back up here and I'm looking down here. Everything looks good. We're going to come up here to funds, back to spot. Take a look at it here. You can see my USDC available is now 0 and we have 90,500 frozen because it's in transport. Okay. Last time our USDT was frozen because I had it on a limit order and it never reached the price that it was set at. But as soon as we set it to market, this, you don't have to worry about limit and market because you're not selling it. You're transferring it to your other account. Okay. This can take anywhere between 10 to 15 minutes to several hours. So don't panic if you're looking at your account and you don't see it. Now, along the way, you're going to get emails, notifications that look like this. Okay, you see this email up here? So that's going to look like this is what I'm getting into my email account. XT was telling me the deposit was successful. Coinbase, I'm going to get more emails saying your withdrawal was successful. Your transfer is over there. You'll also get a notification from your casino, most likely saying you have your deposit has been confirmed. Okay, we have just gone end to end, but I want to wait for you. I want to wait for us to receive it here. We're going to close this. We're going to wait and it will pop up here. And we will also probably get a notification icon somewhere over here. But we're going to wait for this balance. This balance will go up a little over $100,000. We're going to wait for it. I'm going to time this one. Last time I dropped the ball by not doing market order. So I'm going to time it right now. I'm going to put you on pause and I'm going to see how long it takes. For you, it's a blink of an eye, but it's maybe 3, 4, 5 hours before I come back. We'll see. All right, I'll be back. Cheers. Okay, we are back. That took a hot minute. That took about an hour and 45 minutes or so, just under 2 hours, which is pretty normal, especially when you're transferring that much money. If you come up here to the top left, you'll see up there it says overview. Before, right, we were on the spot account, which showed our individual breakdowns of the assets. If you go to overview there, on the far right there, you'll see deposit and withdrawal history. You can see withdraw 90,499.2813 USDC, a success. Okay, from that point, if you're looking at it here, you can literally just go, okay, we go to our casino account now. And if we look up here, we have a nice balance now. It's come in, right? So before we had, I don't know, 7,000, 6,000, something like that, 11,000. So now we have it there. Okay, we have just completed the entire one-way cycle. Okay, so what I'm going to do before I forget is I'm going to vault a lot of that because I don't like leaving big amounts in your playable balance. So I'm going to come up here to vault and I'm going to put, let's put 95,000. Let's put 95,000 away. All right, we'll leave $8,000 in playable balance. That's good. Okay. We've completed it all the way from one end to the other. Just to make sure you feel comfortable, I'm actually going to send money back the other direction. Okay, so here we go. We're going to reverse everything, but pay attention again. It's the same thing, just in the different direction. Same thing. Okay, here we go. So first thing is we're going to go, right? We're going to go from the casino to the exchange to our crypto brokerage, Coinbase in this case, from there to our bank account. Okay, so go back at the very beginning of the video if you want to see those arrows I had showing the things. But first thing we're going to do is we're going to come here to xt.com and we're going to go, we want to make a deposit. So we're going to hit deposit and we don't have our one up here because we want USDC, remember? So we're going to drop it down until we find USDC. There it is. Again, remember, the transport that we're using, the network is, that's right, Poly. All right, so we're going to choose Polygon. That's like our FedEx, UPS, choosing the delivery. Okay, so we got USDC, Polygon. We're for sure up here. We're saying deposit. Okay, here's our residential home address. We're going to copy that. We're going to go back to our casino. We go, we want to withdraw money. Okay, USDC is right here. Network, we don't want ERC20. We're going to go with Poly. Now, that being said, if you want one of these other networks, as long as where you're sending it from and where you're receiving it, as long as they both have that same network protocol, you can choose whatever you want. There's nothing wrong with Ethereum. There's nothing wrong with Solana. Nothing. I just prefer Polygon. It's super cheap. So are the other ones. You can pick one that you prefer. Okay. So here's the address. Where do you want to mail this package? We copy and we just paste it in there, Control V. Here's the value. How much do we want to send over there? So I'm going to send, let's just say we're going to send, we'll just go ahead and send $1,000. Okay. So we're going to send, now let's not send that much. Let's just send $500. I wanted this to go a little bit faster. All right. So here we have 500. You see the withdrawal fee down here says $1. I mean, nothing, right? We're going to hit withdraw. It's going to ask us as well. So at your casino, you should have two-factor authentication enabled. If you don't Don't walk, run and go do it. Okay. It's very, very important. I'm pulling it up on my phone right now. And I am going to go to my shuffle account here. And we are going to enter in those 6 digits that it's going to pull up. There it is. We're going to verify. Withdraw pending. Okay. So we just got the withdrawal pending. Again, I can't stress enough. Make sure you're choosing Polygon, or excuse me, you're choosing the right currency, the right coin, USDC, or whichever coin you decide to go along. You could bring Bitcoin in here. As you could see, you could drop this down. Here's USD, Solana, XRP, TRX, all these things in here. You can transfer these out, okay? Just make sure it's the same and make sure whichever one you do, these all have different transports, some of them. Some of these you can't do poly on. So when you look at it, just make sure they both match the coin and the network and you'll be golden. All right, once we got that transferred, we're gonna come over here to XT, and under XT, we're gonna go back over here to spot funds. And what we're gonna do at this point is we're gonna wait for this balance to show up at 500. I'm going to time it this one. This one should be relatively quickly, but keep in mind, it can take time. These networks get loaded sometimes. And the more traffic that's going, more transfers, it can slow way, way down. So don't worry if it's not getting there yet. Give it some time. Just wait. Like I said, sometimes it can take hours. So I'm going to put you on pause again here. And we'll come back when this shows up, and then we'll go with the next leg of bringing this money back home. All right, hang tight. Okay, just to give you a quick update here, it's been about 10 minutes. You can see over here in the far right, I'm in the overview section. It says deposit $500. It says it's in progress. Okay, again, it's going through its checks to make sure everything's good before it allows you to take it. So I'm gonna put you on hold again. We'll come back once that clears. We will do our next leg from here to Coinbase, and then I'll show you how to go Coinbase to your account at your bank. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. It was about another 15 minutes, but it got here. You can see the balance up here is 500 and some change. We could go to our spot account and it'll tell us down here, right here, see USDC, $500 available. None of it's frozen right now. So we're going to send it on the next leg of its journey. Same rinse and repeat, right? We're going to go here to our Coinbase. This is where we want it to end up. We're going to go receive crypto down here on the bottom right. Receive it. We're going to choose USDC. All right, receive USDC on the Polygon network. Okay, if you don't see that, go back and start again until you can see the options. It gives us a QR code. Here's our address for receiving it. We've copied it. Come in here back to XT. We're going to close this down. Now we're going to withdraw. Okay, we're going to withdraw. So it says, what do you want to withdraw? Well, we want to withdraw the USDC. Okay, enter the domain. I'm going to enter that in there. Oops, we didn't get that in there. We're going to go back to Coinbase and say, copy this. Come back here, paste it. Oh man, what are they doing? Please enter a select from the address book. Oh, well, interesting that they're not letting me copy this. Let's select the network first. Here's Polygon down here. All right, we'll put Polygon. Let's see if we copy. Oh my gosh, this is like the worst copy and paste situation going on ever. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and I'm open up a Word document and I'm gonna copy and paste it from here because this is just ridiculous. Let me close it down again. Let's try it one more time. Receive crypto. All right, I'm just gonna go through here. I'm not gonna choose the recents. We're gonna go up here and just start all over again and find USDC. There's USDC right there. Let's just choose that. And let's choose Polygon. We're just gonna do it from scratch. Okay, I understand the warning. Here's our address. Let's go. Address is copied. Let's see if in fact it is copied. And let's paste this back. I don't even see paste in here. What is happening? Oh, there we go. All right. Okay, so it pasted it. We're going to choose the network. Remember, it's Polygon. That's like choosing USPS, FedEx. All right. Not that we would trust USPS with money. Okay, what are we going to do? We're going to withdraw. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say, we're only going to do, let's just do $50. I'm going to leave this money and just send it back to the account here in a second. We got $50. You can see $49 because we got a $1 fee. And again, this is why I like XT versus Uniswap or some of the others. They literally just deduct the fee right out of the amount you have. That one, you got to have a second coin, usually Ethereum, ETH, to pay for it. What a pain in the bum. I don't even know why anybody uses that one. Anyway, and they can't swap shuffle. You can swap your shuffle coins here. All right, withdraw. And we're going to confirm it. Remember, we're going to do our check, USDC, Polygon Network, OXE ending in OFB, OXE ending in OFB. They match up. I like it. I just scan again, confirm. We need a Google Authenticator. All right, we're going to enter it in. I'm going to open it up. And we're going to go to my XT on here. And we're going to enter in the number. And this is what I was talking about earlier about the two-factor authentication. It's doing two-factor authentications. We're doing four-factor. No, it's like three-factor, right? All right, we're going to hit get code, and it is going to open it up in my emails. Okay, here we go. And we are waiting. There is the code. I'm going to copy it out of my email. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm going to paste it in here. There it goes. Okay, so this is what I was talking about earlier. It could show it there. If you get this error message, this T+1 restrictions, do not freak out. Even though on here, they did not show your money as being frozen, it basically, as we went through to get rid of it, to send it out, it's saying, we haven't completed our checks. I remember the first time I saw this and went, whoa, my assets are frozen. And I'm thinking FBI, right? It's not. They're just completing your checks. So come back. I'm going to wait about another 15 minutes. It's a fairly low amount, so it shouldn't take long. I'm going to come back another 15 minutes. We're going to give this another go, and we'll send it on its way. And I'm glad you're seeing these things so that you don't freak out when you see them and you know how to handle it. All right. Cheers. Okay, gang, we're back. I gave it about 30 minutes to sit here. Let's see if it's cleared. I already did the two-factor authentication on my app. I sent the code. Here's the code from my email. Let's see if it goes through this time. Submitted successfully. Yay. Okay, so we confirm it. That's all there is there. Now, the very second to the last step sort of is coming in here and same thing. We would wait for it to show up in here. We're not going to wait if it shows up here while I'm talking, but we wait to show up from here. Once it shows up in here, then all you get to do is come down here to withdraw cash, right? And you'll put in, we don't have any available, but I would put the money in available, transfer to blah, 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 whatever account you have linked to it, preview, hit OK, you're probably going to have to put your two-factor authenticator from your app in there again, which is good. It can be a pain, but trust me, it's a good idea. Okay. So set up two-factor authentication on all your accounts, your casino accounts, any of your crypto accounts, anything. In fact, your email, everything you can put a 2FA on, please do it because hackers are getting good. Number two, you get emails, you get anybody in the casino sending you chats on Telegram. They get very clever making their Telegram channels look like it's the authentic from the casino. So don't, if you're in doubt, they will never ask you for suspicious. Oh, and the common one is, oh, our systems are down. We need you to click here to go do this stuff. Don't do it. When in doubt, just contact customer service at the casino or wherever you're playing at and say, I just got this message. Is this just legit? Okay. I'll tell you next time how I know about these scams. Okay. So anyway, that's it. I hope you found this useful. We sent money there. We're bringing money back, sending it back down to your thing. The big question is, do you ever have problems taking money out of the casinos? I have never had problem withdrawing large sums of money, small sums of money from the account. but please use that exchange, that XT or Uniswap, whatever you want. I like the XT. Use that. Otherwise, Coinbase could end up kicking you out. I also know that because I was transferring from Robinhood and they kicked me out and banned me from using Robinhood. So I said, we're not going to take any chances. All right, that's it. This is one of our how-to videos. We have a whole bunch of videos we're going to be rolling out, some really cool stuff. Put in the comments if there's something you'd like to see, how to do, blah, 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 and we'll see if we can make it happen. All right, be good humans. Us against the casino always, and we'll see you next time. Cheers.